Welcome, everybody, to another great episode here in season 11. Should your small business invest in paid ads? Today's guest, Sharon Park, owner of Sage Digital Marketing Inc., is an expert in paid ads. She's helped small business owners rethink their advertising strategies and increase profitability. Get the answer to the number one question asked by small business owners. Are paid ads worth it, Anna?
Yeah, and that's not just the number one question, but it's also our call to action. Okay.
Yes.
So drop it in the chat. We want to know right now, what is your answer to that question? Have you tried them? Have they been effective? Are you too scared? Totally understand every aspect of the decision-making process. So we want to know where you stand right now with paid ads. Have you found them to be worth it, or have you not even tried them at this point?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to bring up Sharon's bio because we want to dig in, because I'm going to just tell you right now, we've had so much fun with Sharon in the backstage green light room that I thought we were recording, honestly, because so much good stuff happened. I don't know. She's amazing. So let me bring that up so Anna can tell you about Sharon.
Okay, so Sharon Park is a seasoned industry leader, having been in advertising at Google and PubMatic for 15 years. She has led digital strategies for customers like Zillow, Berkshire Hathaway, Nordstrom, Samsung, and Adidas. In 2008, Sharon structured the Obama for America media buying strategy, which resulted in a 22-to-1 return on ad spend. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's freaking amazing. Okay, yeah, that is a brush your shoulder off kind of number we're looking at right there. In April 2011, Sharon created the ad tech strategy for General Motors and successfully deployed 700 campaigns to capture over 1 million in marketing car shoppers, making it the largest remarketing campaign in history at the time of launch. Okay. Did we mention
how did we get this amazing person to say yes to our show? How did that even happen?
Because we're pretty amazing too. But
I know, but my
caliber of expert we have right now, which is just absolutely amazing. So Sharon founded Sage Digi, which is she's the president in her company, in 2018 to pioneer an enlightened way of doing business. Her vision is to bring Sage Digi talents to partners in renewable energy, environmental protection, healthcare, education, and progressive political candidates so that we can create a better world for future generations. So not only has she accomplished amazing things, but she's also got this very altruistic, do good for the entire world at the very end of her bio, which just elevates Sharon to pretty much on a pillar strategy. And
right. I'm excited for this conversation already. Let's bring her up.
Yeah, here we come, Sharon. Ta-da! Yay!
Hello. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Yeah, Sharon, first of all, I mean, I know I read the bio when I made it, but I must have skimmed because holy schmolies.
I know that 22-to-1 ratio. I don't know how I missed that the first time I read through there, but that is amazing.
Right? And it was at scale. He had quite the budget to spend. So I knew when I launched those campaigns, I'm like, oh, he's going to be the president.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, super amazing. I just think I'm dumbfounded. I can't even speak, Sharon.
Here's the best part, right?
Yeah.
The best part is that Sharon's going to take that information that she used to create those amazing campaigns for freaking Obama. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And she's going to share it with you today. Yeah. So lucky listeners, right? Like, is she on that pedestal? I'm sorry, we just placed you on a pedestal and you're just stuck there for a little while. That's just
what a privilege.
Privilege. It was meant to be today. Hi, I'm from Hawaii. Obama's from Hawaii. So, and Sharon was part of that whole thing.
The one who made this all happen.
That's right. Thank you, Obama.
Shout out. Shout out to good old Barry. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. President, if you want to come on our show with me and Sharon and Anna, because then it's going to definitely be the Anna, Sharon, and Selena show. Here's our invitation, because we'd love to have you on.
We're just
from one local to another.
Subscribe, like, and follow.
Please. Thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Okay. You guys, this is how the show's going to go. Okay. So let's do our coffee cup selfie before we forget and we start laughing. And then we have to all our meetings.
I'm going to say this. We did get Miss America on our show. So there is a possibility. There is a possibility, right?
We're manifesting.
We're manifesting.
Yes. We had Miss America 2020 on, and Camille Schreier. She was amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
And that was great.
I want to meet
Okay.
her.
All right, everybody grab your coffee cup. Come do a coffee cup selfie with us.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3. Okay. First of all, I love that Sharon is drinking water because you need to drink more water and then do double up. Or is that vodka, Sharon? Like, I don't know.
I've already had 3 coffees.
Oh.
I run on pure diesel black coffee. So.
I bet you're running an amazing company, so I feel you on that. Well, Anna, let's just jump into chatting right away, immediately. Stat.
So backstage, we always get the grand opportunity to have conversations with our guests without any of our listeners listening in. So one of the things we talked about backstage was that, a lot of our listening audience is small business owners and entrepreneurs. And we found, Selena and I have found, because we do Google ads for businesses, but we found that small business owners get very nervous when it comes to paid ads. They get very nervous about investing that minimal budget, right? So our very first question is, why should small business owners or entrepreneurs take that chance and spend their minimal budget on paid ads?
That's a great question. I am a small business owner, so I know what it takes to build something from nothing, it takes nothing less than everything, right? Everything you've got, you've poured into it, your mind, soul, spirit, after hours, all your spare brain cycles, every dollar you've spent on building up your brand. So why spend more is really the question. Part of every responsible business strategy is to market yourself because you need new customers. Period. Every business owner needs new customers, no matter how loyal your current customer base is. You need to get the word out. And so carve out a budget for yourself. It could be minuscule. It doesn't matter as long as something is going out to spread the word that you are here, that you're amazing, and you're ready to serve your customers.
So some of the things that we hear coming from small business owners is my budget's not big enough to make a difference, or I can't compete against the big budget guys that are the bigger companies. My ads, or I'm a local person, right? So how am I supposed to pinpoint it down to my area well enough that I'm going to get that bang for my marketing buck, right? Mm-hmm. These are some of the objections I know that I've heard from people that have looked at something paid ads and like Google ads or something like that, but they're so afraid that they're making the wrong decision. And when you don't have thousands to spare or even hundreds to spare each month, that becomes like a blocking point for them. What would you say to those fears, I guess?
So the first thing we have to do is transform ourselves so we can transform our businesses.
Okay.
You have to. The wrong move would be to do nothing because your competition is doing something. That I guarantee. Okay. So there is a lot of fear. Yes, as business owners, we have to fall in love with fear and tango with fear because fear is a great teacher. It's a great teacher, but there comes, yes, I'm scared I'm going to be wasting money. So use an amount of money that's responsible to your business. Don't go after the big guys. The big guys have, who knows where they get their money from. They could be VC backed. They could be, they could be leveraging huge amounts of real estate to be burning through cash. That's not our game. Our game as a small brand owner is to make known what is a core service that we offer. What is it? For me, it's Google Ads. Google Ads. We help businesses do Google Ads right. So we have to have a few ads running. If someone is searching for Google Ads or best Google Ads agency or how to get started with Google Ads, I need to show my ad there and let it be known that Sage Digi exists. Like nobody on the show has heard of Sage Digi before. I guarantee it. But I'm still little by little, dollar by dollar, I'm investing in getting my brand name out there.
I love that answer. First of all, I love that you said tango with fear. Okay, that is fantastic and needs to be on a shirt. I'm just saying. We have a running list of t-shirts that will be eventually launched from annaandselena.com.
One of these days, we're going to make t-shirts of the best quotes our guests have said. So yes.
Yeah. So tango with fear is one of them. But I also love that you said if you're, if somebody is searching and you're not doing that paid ad, you're not going to show up at all. So
that's fine. And it's fine. If you can't afford it, then don't do it. But if you have something to give, which is a percentage of your profits, and if you can spread that out throughout the year, even if you acquire one new customer per week, that's 52 new customers this year, at least get started there.
Yeah.
I love that it doesn't have to be so grand, like you said, right? You're not in the Nike marketing department with their budget, right?
No.
I know this is like an off-road, like what if you were to talk to the first time Selena coming into this business, having to create her own invoice, like what would you say the minimum like would be?
There isn't
that
one.
Could be effective. Wow,
there isn't one.
guys.
That's the beauty of all of the online platforms. In the past, I'm talking about Mad Men time.
Right.
In the past, you have to hire an agency. They were the gatekeeper to being able to call newspapers and run an ad. That doesn't exist anymore. There is no gatekeeper. You decide what you want to spend per day. So if you're going to spend $70, you spread it out $10 a day, and you can set your own ads live. Now, that's not the type of work that I do, but if this really is your very, very, very first time going live with ads, then you choose the number and you hold that control.
Yeah. And that's a great way to maybe even dip your foot in to try it out and see what the process is and what it takes and what it looks like, right? I mean, especially with like Google Ads, if you are unfamiliar with the Google Ads dashboard, the behind the scenes stuff, it can get a little overwhelming, right? So like kind of step by stepping your way through it. If you're not able to hire somebody like Sage Digi to support you through that process, then starting with that $50 or $100 budget over a 10-day spread, $10 a day, and see what that looks like, what the return on that investment looks like, what keywords actually functioned for your business best, that kind of a thing. I could totally see being a great way to just dip your toes into the world without feeling like you're going to crash and burn,
Yeah, I think that's one way to approach it. But I don't mean to like scare people here, but to follow along that path of fear, $10 a day is tiny.
Yeah.
So that's like we, again, returning to like, we have to transform ourselves. The way we think about investment needs to change. So I take 1/3 of all annual profits and reinvest it into marketing. That's the Coca-Cola playbook. And I'm like, they're not doing so bad, so I might as well take their playbook.
No,
from day one. So over 100 years, they put 1/3 of profits right back out there into ads.
Wow.
They sell brown sugar water. Yes, it is a fine symphony of flavor.
Right.
But they sell brown sugar water and they do it at a markup.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I have another question that's totally not been sent over to Sharon to look over. But what would you say, like when they're ready to run ads, like what should be the things they have done first before that ad runs? Like
a lot. And this is why I think people get nervous. Like, I don't want to run ads. I'm not ready. So this is how you get ready. The first thing is like, what website are you going to send people to? What's what we call the landing page? When someone clicks on the ad and it gets to the landing page, what are they supposed to do at that point? That's got to be crystal clear. Okay, so the internet is the biggest collection of people with ADD on the planet, right? You're browsing the internet right now. I have like 72 tabs open. It's like, oh, I saw a shiny object, People are moving fast. So before they have to scroll at all, make it crystal clear on your landing page. This is what you should do. Buy a gift card, reserve a table, buy this thing right now, sign up for our newsletter. Whatever those things are, make it clear, make it immediate and easy. then you're getting closer towards like being ready to launch. So that's the landing page. The second thing you need to do is make sure your website analytics is functioning properly, because you can spend millions, and if you don't have a conversion goal, that's what it's called, conversion tag or a conversion goal set up through Google Analytics, which is free to do, then you're not going to know how effective the ads are. Most people do this wrong, whether you're a solopreneur, small business owner, or a mega conglomerate. Everyone's doing this wrong. So make sure your conversion action is happening. If you don't know how to do it, read the help blog, send a test conversion that is available for free. You can send a test conversion through Google Ads or whatever platform you're using, but test it and make sure, like, okay, yeah, this is working. It's counting those actions. At which point you're ready to go live. So the very last thing is set your budget. Set your budget and don't be scared. It's an investment cycle. So first month, are you looking at profitability? No. Second month, are you looking for profits? You're probably looking for a break even at this point. Like, okay, like I see some web traffic coming in. People are signing up for this thing that I want them to do. How can I do that a little bit better? But what I really would advise, if you're looking to scale your business through advertising, is work with an ad professional. As a business owner, it's going to be too much. I guarantee it. It's going to be too much because you're required to actually work in the business and work on the business, right? If you can afford to hire someone, maybe a freelancer at first, and then transition to an ad agency, they will make sure that, the ads are behaving properly.
Yeah. Yeah. So Selena and I run ads for some of our joint clients together. And it really is on the back end, watching and monitoring and making sure that things are functioning at its I'm going to call it optimum level, right?
Yeah.
Because Google Ads will throw you suggestions into your account and say, hey, you should maybe try this. Hey, you should maybe try this. And you really have to think analytically. You have to think about it. Like, is this really going to boost the way they're telling me it's going to boost? We had a client that accidentally increased her budget 3 times over because they would
very easy to do.
Like, sounds fantastic, right? And the next thing you know, we're like, whoa, look at these numbers that are happening right now. And then discovered it was due to an unknown budget increase, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
it is. I love the advice that you've given, Sharon. I think it is absolutely absolutely the exact perfect advice for both the beginner that maybe wants to try it out. I still say, even if you just have $10, but you want to try and figure out what a Google ad looks like, even try it. Don't be too afraid to drop the $10 and just try it. And then on the flip side, if you're looking to scale, working with an ad professional such as yourself and your company is where you're going to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I wanted to say, Sharon, you mentioned something about like marketing is so key to any business. And what's crazy is that's the first thing that an owner cuts when they freak out and their profits are down. And but more than ever, they need that ad, or you know what I mean, to bring in more, right? And when you said that, I was like, gosh, that's so true. And you just have to kind of fight hard. Like, no, I promise you, this will be more detrimental if we stop this right here for you.
It's very common. It's very common because people become anxious. Their saboteurs are talking in their heads, reserve cash. This isn't working. Those things we must remind ourselves. If we don't plant seeds today, there will be no fruit to harvest next year.
Yeah. And that is truly the way to think about marketing and advertising and the actions that are happening. You aren't going to necessarily get an instant gratification result, that happens with that. So, okay.
Brings up.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Just brings up a thought that some ads are instant gratification. Those are called bottom of the funnel ads, right? But the bottom of the funnel, people who are ready to purchase, there aren't that many people who are ready to purchase right now, right when they see the ad. But those ads, they do function in a way where someone clicks on it, goes to your website and buys something. But we have to think about, as marketers, the full funnel of advertising. Like, what about brand name recognition? Like, have we invested anything there? And this may be beyond like a bit of our listener set, but I don't think so. Business owners are so freaking smart. Think about, like, has anyone heard about your brand in your neighborhood? Start there. Are you the known business for what you do within a 5-mile radius of your company? If no, consider running your brand name ads, or, getting the word out there a little bit. And over time, you will reap the benefits.
That's great advice.
Sharon, do you like dream of, like, those numbers, like, when people sleep, like, and then it's all ads, like just creating this client, that client, like, do you dream like that? I'm so curious.
I do. I had a dream that Margot Robbie as Barbie was screaming at me, I need more ads. And I was like, Barbie, I can't do it.
Sharon's like inner dream sliding down the marketing funnel. She's like,
totally.
The brain.
Yes. She's trying to jump in. Yes.
All the time. Ads, numbers, campaigns. I even speak in campaign. Yeah. I'm like, who said that? Was that an old BMW ad?
I love that so much. Oh my gosh. No, but that's, you guys, that's like the true story of somebody that loves what they do and they're doing and they're running a business when you dream that way. Like, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, so to close out kind of our line of questioning before we move on to our toolkit, I do have one last question for you. Can you tell me, like, for a small business owner and entrepreneur, what is a good advertising strategy? Okay, so you've kind of explained the process and kind of the pieces and parts that you need, but what about the strategy part of it?
Mm-hmm. It's hard to do in a few minutes, but I'll give it to you this way. There's an exercise around messaging and positioning. So the messaging is, how do you talk about what you do? That is worth some time to think about. And it actually doesn't matter how you talk about it. How do your customers talk about it? It's important to nail that. And that is achieved through customer interviews. Why did you decide to come here today? Why do you come here rather than that other competitor? So one thing that I learned is, like, okay, yeah, in our industry, I say I do PPC, pay-per-click ads. And then I hired a messaging consultant, and she's like, nobody talks that way. What you do is performance advertising or online ads. I'm like, oh, okay, I better change that on my website. She's like, people like me who hire people like you don't talk about PPC. Okay, nailed it. So that's messaging. Messaging always is led by the customer. It's not led by you and your brain. Positioning. What do you do that's different in the marketplace? There's probably a ton of competition. I work in a very competitive space. So what position are you sitting in? And we help CMOs who are new to their company and they need to have a new growth strategy. That is my position. We absolutely kill in that space. If you're a new chief marketing officer, you've been at your company for maybe 4 or 5 months, you see the lay of the land and you're ready to build your own kingdom out, then let's talk. And so what do you do that's a little bit different, unique? Where's your value proposition? Maybe your business is a family-owned business where you cook everything from scratch. You're not like opening a bunch of like plastic bottles in the background, Maybe you're a 3rd generation business owner and you're just so proud of the quality of experience that you offer. These are all the unique positions that you should be talking about when you talk about your business. So once you have messaging and positioning right, then you're ready to go to what's called media advertising. So then put all your messaging and positioning on your landing page and go to market. That, in a nutshell, is how it's done.
For not being able to do it in a few minutes, that was such a good answer in just a few minutes.
Gosh, I'm already thinking, like, okay, but I forgot to say this, I forgot to say that. But just
no,
high level.
But this is, but that is high level. But I think those are the first things that people have to start thinking about. You're exactly right. Messaging, positioning. And then are you ready to go? Right. And yes, there's going to be more to it, but that will come with the experience factor. Or if they hire somebody like you that is a strategic professional that's going to know the ins and outs already.
Yeah.
So
I just love how you even said use yourself as an example. Like, yeah, I'm PPC. And they're like, no, you have to talk like the person hiring. Like, because that's such a true statement. Right.
Yes.
I mean, I'll be honest, right? I mean, like years ago when I first started dipping into the digital world, I was like, what is SEO? What is PPC? Like all those things like scared me because I was like, I don't know what this acronym stands for really. But it's a lot, you know, and we're in the military. There's like acronyms everywhere. Like, so, no, I love that you said, hey, look, make sure, check. Just because you think you're an expert at what you do, have somebody look at it and say, hey, is this what my potential future client would be searching for? Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just contemplating and thinking of all the wonderful things you just said because
Lena's in her head going, we are not doing enough paid ads, Anna. That's what she's saying right now. We are not doing this well enough.
Right. Noting schedule
strategy.
Schedule a meeting with Anna. Let's talk about this, Anna. Okay. And then we're gonna call Sharon and be like, Sharon,
I know.
Can we be your students and get to your level? Because that would be, that would be great. Yeah.
The work that I do is really rewarding, but the work that I'd love to do is to run a school of digital marketing.
Wait, do you? And I just didn't see that on your website.
I don't.
Or
I don't have time.
Oh, that's on.
I don't have time because like how much money can a student pay me versus like an actual client? But
correct,
maybe in a world where I don't need more clients.
Yeah, 2025 goals, right? Oh my gosh, Sharon, I will be there in a heartbeat. I'll be
thank you.
Yeah, and then if we graduate in a way that pleases you, then we'll be like, hey, we're gonna take over for Sharon so she can just go on her like island she just bought.
Fantastic.
And relax. So you heard it here, folks. So, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I want to bring up our toolkit, which we spoke with Sharon about, and we always love kind of seeing what guests have, and we loved what she offers on our website. So I'm going to bring that up. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right. Sharon, could you tell everybody why they need to go here and what are the 2 offerings you have on your website?
Yes. We have here, what are we looking at? Your Google Ads Spring Cleaning Toolkit. It's like a list of best practices that you should be taking care of every year. It's kind of like a renew your ads best practice, check your negative keywords, a very good checklist. And then the second thing we have here is, I think, a budget spreadsheet. That's something that people are very curious about. Like, if I spend XYZ and if I know the cost of acquiring a new customer is this, then what should I expect in terms of results? It's a simple calculator. There's some formulas in there that update by itself. Very soon, though, a new website will be launching. We'll also host a GA4 playbook. It's a how to do your analytics right for marketing. So that'll be another one.
There.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. But our brand new website, I think, should be going live within 5 days.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Okay, so by the time this episode airs, the website will be live. We will be sure to include it.
Yes.
All of our in all of the places so that you're able to go there and see that because GA4 is confusing to some people, right? Because they've got used to doing it all a certain way and then they had to go and change it up for those of us who don't like change like that.
Hey, look, to be fair, Google gave people many years to prepare and be ready. Like it didn't just happen last month. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a procrastinator. I literally was like, you have 1 day left.
I would love to share, like, it's going to be like that PPC conversation, Sharon, where like my client was like, hey, why is my like report on my Google Analytics not showing? I'm like, I told you I'm not in charge of your account count. So you need to have me help you move to GA4. He's like, He's like, I don't know what you speak, what language this is. I just want my pretty graphics back on my report. That's what he said.
Yeah, that takes a lot of work. The pretty graphics take a lot of work.
And I'm like, so, I get it. But all right, let me pop this back on. Sharon, tell everybody, because I know they're going to want to connect with you. Where should they find you?
What a privilege. Come to our website, sagedigi.com. That's where you're going to get a lot of free downloadable stuff. We also have pretty good blog content that could teach people about marketing and the latest trends in advertising. Connect with us on LinkedIn, or you could shoot me a line. I love helping business people. So there's my direct email right there, sharon@sagedigi.com. Especially if you're a female founder, if you're self-funded, you're just getting traction and you want to know how to double it, shoot me a line. I'd be happy to be helpful. This is really why I'm in the business.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much for being that person that takes that knowledge, that shares it, that empowers other entrepreneurs, small business owners, that makes it less scary, makes it easier. Really, I love the collaboration, the community, that just, it's a big deal. And I hope if nobody told you, pat yourself on the back a little bit, because you seriously, I really think that online advertising is one of those big, major wall blocks for so many people.
There are very few people who do it, Anna. There's so few people who do this. I didn't even know that. I went straight out of graduate school right into Google. So I had no idea what the real world was like. And then coming out, I'm like, how come nobody knows what I'm talking about? Why don't you have conversion tracking on your website? Why?
Right.
And they're like, oh, nobody told us to do it. I'm like, okay, it makes sense. Nobody told you.
Yeah. I do. I think even marketers, if they're not specifically doing paid ad marketing, they just don't know how. It's the same exact thing, right? They don't know how, so it's not part of their offerings. It's not part of what they teach their clients.
It's a lot of software and technology to learn.
Yes.
So what I mean, even just that conversation we had today, I think demystified it a little bit.
Yeah.
Hopefully
more accessible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And just, whether you're a millionaire business owner that stumbled upon our humble video, go hire Sharon and her company, and they will do the hard lifting for you, because that's what they're good at. You know what I mean? So,
and I promise when Mr. Obama comes on, we will make sure that he knows you referred him to us.
Yes.
Oh, he knows the way. Yeah.
Okay, Sharon, we want to make sure that the colors are, right for you, because, like I said, it's going to become the Anna, Selena, Sharon show. So
amazing.
So
that would be a dream come true, ladies.
Right? Okay, it's in our 2024 goals workbook. We'll send you an email after, Sharon, and we will talk about it. We could just have a weekly show about Google Ads so they can learn about it, and we're going to normalize that that
there you go.
Just a thought, Sharon.
Just a thought.
And then we'll put on our landing page, sign up for Sage School, and then that's your business.
Be taught by Sharon in year 1, and then year 2, Anna and Selena will then teach, because then Sharon is going to be off on her private island sipping Mai Tais and all the good stuff. So, right. Thank you again, Sharon, so very much. Anna and I are just so grateful. I mean, I said this before, Anna, right? How we're so lucky to have some amazing guests kind of just chat with us.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you for bringing your expertise, your knowledge, and sharing it with our audience. We so appreciate you. And I know they do too. So,
all right, ladies. Thank you.
All right. Aloha.